Alrighty guys, I think I got her warmed up enough. Like I said, I just kind of try to work the hydraulics and everything, get her kind of get some hydraulics flowing through the system and get that fluid warmed up a little bit before I start really pushing her hard. I'm going to go up here in front of us and start pushing out for my center pile. I'm going to try to get it in 3 piles. I pushed this first pile kind of over to the far east side of this section of the field because one, there was gigantic trees in there and I didn't see much sense in trying to roll them, you know, for a pile that's far away. So just keep them close to help speed things up. And then I thought originally that I was going to have to put 4 piles in here. So, and I'm not 100% sure I'm not going to have to, but because as we get down here in front of us, it gets really thick and really big trees. I've still got a fair amount of trees behind me yet. So, anyway, we'll let her get some heat in her and get her loosened up good before I tackle that big old elm tree behind me. And anyway, all right. have I ever mentioned how bad I hate hedge trees? I mean, I've probably said that, what, 1,000 times on the channel. I mean, I just hate them with a passion and everything, and this is why. The bastards got another windshield. Hit it down low. So here we go. Well, I mean, it's been about a year since I put this one in here. Probably been right at a year. So that seems to be all they last anymore. So anyway, and I know some of you are going to say, well, put a mesh across that. Well, for one thing, I don't like the mesh. It screws with me looking through it all day long. And even with the mesh, you're going to get a broken windshield, and you got to pull all that crap off. So it's not a big deal, and it's not overly expensive, because you can have a glass shop cut this windshield. You don't have to get it from Cat, which is what I've done for years. And it takes about an hour to replace it. So it's not that big a deal. I'd much rather do that than look through that damn mesh all day long. So anyway, it is what it is. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna take the 210 back down. I've got all this crap, these trees out piled, lots of cleanup to do yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the rest of them trees out, get them laid down, because I can get one more pile down there, and I think I'll be good. Get all that piled in one more pile, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, that's gonna be the plan. Let that thing warm up a little bit. I brought a crescent wrench and tightened that up. I had a dang lamb snag this, and when it did, it bent that fitting up and then loosened it up. So those are O-ring fittings, and they're a pain in the ass to get sealed. So more than likely, I'm gonna have to go get another O-ring and put in here to get it to quit leaking, because I've done this before and tightened it back up and it kept leaking. So anyway, I tightened her up, snugged her up, and then, like I said, we'll just have to wait and see if it'll hold, but I got my doubts. All right, well, I gotta make calls to figure out exactly. I'm assuming we're gonna keep, this is gonna be the corner we're gonna tie onto that fence. This will all come out and have new corners, but whether or not that is the actual fence is a damn good question. Yeah. How would you like to pick all these rocks? Woo! I might fall off here and break my neck. Yeah. But see, that fence, this rock pile's probably been here for 100 years. To see that fence, they've had to come over here and tie into here. I bet you his property line, well, I bet you it would tie into here. Slip, fall off here, but I bet you, because that's where the fence line is there, I'll bet you the true fence line goes through and ties into over here someplace, but he's had to come way over here. I think what I'm going to end up by doing, I'm going to say they're going to go ahead and tie right in so we won't have to mess with this rock pile, but they'll have to do something here in order to be able to put something in. They'll have to put an L or an H brace in here to tie this fence into. So I'm probably going to have to take these rocks here and set them up in here someplace. That way it'll give them enough room. I probably ought to cut that fence, get that tree out of there, and then they'll just have to tie back into it somewheres over here. Ain't no sense in trying to swing that all the way over here and get it lined back up. I mean, they can if they want, but it's going to take some work over here. And I mean, I'll pull all this out of here, and they can, and I'll move these rocks. I can get all these trees out of here. I can set up in here and grab these rocks and throw them back in here. Ain't no big deal for me, but I need to make a phone call and find out. This rock pile needs to be moved back and the fence put where it needs to be, but I have to move some of these trees and get in here and move these rocks pile back. But I wonder how many snakes I'm going to pull out of here. But I've got to get these opened up enough to give these guys fencing guys some room to get in here. Side, pull back the other way, but I can't, so this is what we got. This is what we got. He'll just have to put an H brace or something in here to tie his north-south fencing in it. set up there, clean this sucker up, get the motor fired up. Let's get this piled up before it gets dark. I've done these before with just the loader. It's doable, but in this particular situation, these trees were just rooted in something fierce. It would have been a pain in the booty. now. All right, well, I think it's loader time again, and get some trees stacked and see if I can break the windshield. Oh wait, I already did. Guess I can get broke much more. Alrighty guys, well, we are trees are all out. I still have a lot of cleaning up to do, so I just wanted, the goal for today was to get the trees all out, get them piled, and so I got her done. Like I said, I have a crap ton of cleanup to do. I'll have to spend a full day. Hopefully I can get it done in a day, but it may take a little longer today. I don't know, but I've got lots of cleaning to do. There's a bit of a low area here on this property that works its way down, and that's why they put all of them rocks in there, because it drops way off in there. So I've got to be careful and not take a bunch of them rocks out, and kind of, you know, I want to make a nice easy transition here. That way they can get this sowed, drilled with some grass, or, you know, get some grass in here. But these elm trees had just, I mean, look at that big hole right there. They were just making a huge mess. I had to dig every one of them out, or nearly every one of them out. You know, I was able to push a few out without having to dig them, but other than that, I had to dig them all out. And the 953, which normally speeds things up oftentimes on these kind of deals, ground's soft enough, and those things were rooted really good. It was just spinning. So anyway, still pissed I broke the windshield, but it was a fluke deal. You know, I wasn't even in deep anywheres pushing. I was just kind of pushing stuff up into the pile, rolling it up in a pile, and all of a sudden I seen it flash. Something, a big chunk of wood about the size of my hand, come off one of them elm trees and smack the bottom. That's all she wrote. But anyway, this pile here doesn't look too awful bad. I'm gonna when I come back out here, I'm gonna grab the excavator and I'm gonna go through and restack this. This pile is all stacked with a loader, as is the other two. There's actually all four of them, with the exception of the very beginning, was stacked with a loader. So see, this one isn't bad. I'm gonna take some of that stuff, you know, and flip it up in the center and kind of break off some of them limbs, tidy it up a little bit. He wanted everything in line, and you know, oftentimes I'll break these tops out, you know, and go that route. And again, I have to these elm trees were not stacking at all, man. They without breaking them limbs off, you know, they have lower limbs and upper limbs, and if you don't roll them, if they won't break when you roll them, they don't stack worth a crap. So see, I'm gonna come and I'll grab the excavator, and I'll come and I'll throw some stuff in the center and try to break off, pull some of this down, pull some of this, and kind of get it in there. I mean, all in all, it's not bad. It'll burn. Not the greatest, but anyway, I think that's gonna work for them. Just like I said, a crap ton of cleanup to do right now. I don't know if I can get it done in a day or not. If I had the 6 over here, I could, but I don't know if I can with loader or not. Loader's gonna be faster than the 850 is, so I'm gonna work on it with a loader. I've done these 100 times with the loader, so it'll work. But well, anyway, I'll probably go ahead and call this video. I didn't do much filming this afternoon, simply because I was gonna run out of daylight, and so I tried to get as much as I could, but it is what it is. So anyway, guys, I'll post something of the final, when it's final graded. I'll post that. May even do a drone flyover of this whole thing, because from there to that far 1, 2, 3, 4th brush pile, this is a 1/4 mile, and then an 1/8 is what I started with. So basically Basically, as it starts down the hill, that's an 1/8. And then that other that we done this summer, a few months ago, that was an 1/8. So there's a 1/2 mile in here, and I've done a 1/4 and an 1/8 since I've been here. The other 1/8 was done, like I said, previously. So lots of pushing, man, lots of pushing. So anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave comments, ring that notification bell, and that way you know when I post new videos. Follow me on Instagram, DirtDaddy953. So anyway, as always, I appreciate you guys. A lot of subscribers. Everybody liked that videos of me burying all that concrete that knothead left me. Everybody really liked those, and I appreciate it. And so I'm going to try to keep going. You know, the channel's been doing well, growing slowly but surely. So anyway, guys, as always, appreciate you.